Steve Kingsbury writes, "Howdy, sons and daughters of AMC. I have an intriguing question. My favorite Batman villain of all time is the Riddler. I would love to see a dark version on the big screen. I know most people want to forget Batman Forever ever existed, but what would you think of Jim Carrey playing the Riddler again? I think he has the acting ability to pull off a darker character and still keep the needed humor of the Riddler. Keep up the great job."
Thank you for the question, Steve. I do like questions like this because, you know, hypotheticals, that's pretty much what we do. When we first hear news, we deliberate and, you know, talk about that. And I also think that Jim Carrey is quite a talent. And I mean, first of all, they would never, ever do that because it would always be compared or somehow, you know, affiliated with that awful movie. But the Riddler is a great character and he's got the chops. I'm still hoping that he'll play Carnage one day because I think he would bring a lot to that role. And he can do the dark, kooky, twisted, and the Riddler, that was perfect for that film because it was so over the top and so animated. So he played the Riddler of that film, which was not the Riddler I wanted by any means. But for that world that they created in that film, it, you know, Tommy Lee Jones, everything, it was just way too eccentric for my taste. But it worked with the world. But I would like to see a darker Riddler, and I do think that Carrey could bring a lot of justice to the character. What do you think?
I don't want to see Jim Carrey do another superhero movie. I love Jim Carrey, but for me, and I say this on the show until I'm blue in the face, but superstars for me in those types of roles, it takes me out of it. And Jim Carrey, when Jim Carrey does a role, it becomes Jim Carrey's role. Like even when he did The Riddler, you're absolutely right that it fit that tone that Joel Schumacher did at the time, but it was still, hey, this is a Jim Carrey movie, and at the time he was at his height. But it's just what I want to see a character like when Heath Ledger did the Joker. Granted, different tone. He was not at superstar level. When you hit a character with the gravitas that the Riddler could have, you want to put somebody that's right in the same level that Heath Ledger.
I totally get that. But yeah, John. I'll let you speak first.
If for no other reason, you don't want to remind people of that movie. Like, look, I've always said, with maybe the exception of J.K. Simmons as, you know, as J. Jonah, if you're going to reboot something and restart something, you sweep all the old away. You don't regurgitate and recycle the old parts when you're trying to tell the audience this is something completely brand new. It just doesn't work. And I don't think Jim Carrey, look, Jim Carrey fits a Riddler if you're doing a certain kind of Riddler, much like those older Batman films had their own unique tone. But in the tone of today's comic book superhero films, it just wouldn't work. It would not fit, and I don't think he'd go in there. I'm a big Jim Carrey fan, good Canadian kid. I love him. I think he's great. I can't wait to see Dumb and Dumber 2. But no, do not bring him back as the Riddler. Even if he had never played the Riddler before, I just believe because of the type of tone, the type of performer he is, I believe he would be wrong for the Riddler now. You'd be much better served to get another performer for it.
Can I just I would like to see Jake Gyllenhaal as the Riddler.
Wow.
I know it's kind of off the radar.
That'd be interesting.
Then it'd be kind of interesting to see him go to that place.
I like that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no. Quick note on that, though. Did you like Jim Carrey as Colonel Stars and Stripes in Kick-Ass?
I did.
Yes.
But I thought he was good. Again, it was Jim Carrey.
You still saw him.
And
I thought he got lost in it.
I kind of went against what I just said by saying Gyllenhaal, but it was something that came into my head.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And you're right. I would like to see someone who's never done something like that, a little not A-list. So.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.